Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history. And in this video, I want to talk about JJ Redick real briefly and how much of a dirtbag JJ Redick is. Because let's be clear here, guys. Let's be very clear. JJ Redick is a condescending dirtbag that looks down on the common folks, the commoners, people like me and you. He looks down at us. He turns his nose up to people like us. And he's been a despicable dirtbag person his entire life, man. Or as long as I've known him, as far as him being an NBA player, and as far as he's been in the public eye, his podcasts and the things that he says, the dude's a complete dirtbag, man. And once again, he has no respect for the history of the NBA. He lacks any kind of humility. He thinks he knows everything. He thinks he's better than everybody. He's one of the most condescending people I've ever seen in my life, man. And we're going to talk about this video because I guess JJ Redick, you know, they're trying to come over here and give JJ Redick a lot of excuses, man. And they're talking about, you know, we got to give JJ Redick some slack here. And come some slack. He's a new head coach. I'm going to do the Dikembe Mutombo. No. It's not going to happen, man. We're not playing this game, right? So we're going to talk about this video, man. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. Once again, I am truly humbled by all the support. You guys know it means a lot, man. Just I always thank you guys. I know my views aren't fancy or they're not flashy like a lot of these other great YouTubers out here, man. So I really respect and appreciate you guys. Like I said, rolling with me, man. Thank you guys. It means a lot. Everybody in the membership, shout out to all you guys. Thank you for the continued support, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to do a video on this dirtbag JJ Redick. And like I said, make no mistake about it, guys. JJ Redick is a dirtbag. Some of you guys might think that's a harsh word or a strong statement to make about JJ Redick, but he's a dirtbag. And no, I do not know JJ Redick personally. And I would not want to know JJ Redick personally. But what I do know of him in the public eye, remember, these guys are in the public eye. Remember, they're public figures. They're out here. They're professional athletes. They're out here on their podcast. They're speaking in public. They're putting themselves out there the same way that I'm putting myself out there. I'm on camera. I'm out here on camera. I'm in the public view. You guys criticize me. People talk trash about me in the comments. People talk about I'm on drugs and I'm on this and I'm on that. And why am I always yelling? And all these weird things that people say to me. So once again, they don't know me personally, but they'll come to my channel and make all these weird statements that are not true because there's nothing to support that. But when I'm talking about JJ Redick and I'm calling him a dirtbag, there's been plenty of evidence to support that statement. JJ Redick has been a condescending dirtbag. If you just watched JJ Redick on ESPN First Take when he started to become an ESPN regular some years back, if you watch him on there, what you'll notice right away is that he talks down to everyone. He thinks that he knows more than everyone that I've ever seen him interact with. JJ Redick always knows more. It don't matter who it is. JJ Redick knows more. He knows so much, in fact, that you guys remember Bob Cousy had to come out and shut JJ Redick down and basically tell him, like, dude, who are you? You're nobody. Don't you dare ever mention the great players' names and tear these guys down. You are no one. There's Bob Cousy, who's damn near 100 years old. You never hear anything from Bob Cousy. He felt compelled to come out and speak up against a JJ Redick. You guys also remember Jerry West felt compelled to come out and speak up against JJ Redick and his comments and the narratives and the lies that he was talking about the guys from the 50s and the 60s and how they were plumbers and taxi cab drivers and they had to work side jobs. Once again, exposing JJ Redick as a condescending dirtbag who looks down on common folk who have to work every day for their lives, for their living, to support their families, to support themselves. JJ Redick looks down on these kinds of people. The blue-collar people that got to go to work every day and roll their sleeves up, get their hands dirty, and go out there and earn it. The people that make the world go round, the middle class. JJ Redick looks down on us. He looks down on those people. How dare we? This is JJ Redick and a lot of the guys today JJ Redick, once again, had to talk about these past players as plumbers, taxi cab drivers. And once again, not saying that to put respect on those guys and to say, hey, man, those guys played basketball professionally and they had to work side jobs to support their families and themselves. That's an accomplishment. These guys today, JJ Redick couldn't do that. Imagine JJ Redick playing in the NBA and having to work a job in the summertime or work a job on the side. He can't do that because JJ Redick ain't a grown man like those guys. JJ Redick is talking about grown men when he's not a grown man. So once again, how dare you? Who the hell are you? You're not a grown man, JJ Redick. Does anyone believe or think that JJ Redick is a grown man? Would you respect JJ Redick as a grown man? Right? I guarantee you he has a terrible handshake. I guarantee you JJ Redick's handshake is like a flopping fish. I guarantee it's one of those soft, feminine handshakes. Right? He's not a grown man. He does not carry himself like a grown man. Like I say, he talks down and looks down on the common folk, man. There's no grown-up, no respectable human being that looks down on people because of their status or lack of, or the money they do or don't have, or the items that they do or don't own, where they work or don't work, where they live or don't live. You always judge people based off of who they are, how they carry themselves, what they show you about them. People will show you who they are. And JJ Redick has shown us who he is. We won't even get into the racist marks or the racist remarks or the things swirling around JJ Redick, the controversy about the racial things that he's said in the past and the things that he's done. We won't get on that. Because once again, these people will show you who they are. And JJ Redick has showed us who he is. He's a LeBron James yes man, right? Who looks down on the common folks, that has no respect for the history of the NBA. So he'll come out there and bash the 80s and the 90s, and he'll say that Michael Jordan's era was a watered-down expansion league. But he won't give you any context behind that, because he can't give you context, because the entire NBA's history is one big expansion. Every season of NBA's history, there was some kind of change made. Whether they were changing the rules for George Mikan, or they were changing the rules for Bill Russell, right? Or they were changing the material the ball was made in, right? They were changing the way the rims were hung, how the rims were stuck to the backboards. All of these things have been changing. The courts that they were playing on, the sneakers they played in. All this stuff changed. The amount of teams in the league, the amount of rounds in the playoffs, the amount of games you had to win to move to the next round. All this stuff changed throughout the years. But they do want to tell you that the 90s was an expansion era. Only the 90s was an expansion era. Not the 70s, not the 60s, not the 2000s. What's the 2010s? Was that the TikTok era? What's in the flopping era, the load managing era? Remember, they had to come out with load managing guidelines and flopping guidelines, right, over the last 5 seasons. And why is that, guys? Because the NBA has become a joke, a laughing stock, a soft, feminine product where guys do not show up to work. They want to get paid max money, these clowns. They want max money, but they don't want to show up and give them max effort. They don't want to play every single day. They don't want to show up to work, guys. That's the bottom line here. People like me and you, we got to show up to work. I'm getting ready to go to work in a little bit. I do these videos literally in the parking lot of my job, man. I don't got a fancy studio. I ain't got a fancy house or a fancy car. I ain't got a bunch of money like that. I don't even have a goddamn computer. I literally do everything off of my phone. Literally off the phone, guys. I don't write nothing down. I can't pre-record nothing. I have none of that kind of fancy software to do any of this stuff, man. I'm giving you guys the facts here, man. But JJ Redick, he looks down on people like me and you, the people that got to go to work every day and they got to go out there and earn it, right? The people who live check to check. Like I told you, I lived check to check my whole life, guys. And that's okay with me. I'm still happy. It's LeBron James and JJ Redick who will make a comment like, hey, you got to go back to your boring lives. Why are our lives boring? Because we're not millionaires? You see what I'm saying? That's the mentality of these guys. They think that your life ain't worth a damn, and you ain't worth a damn because you ain't a millionaire. You ain't a billionaire. You ain't rich. You don't have status. You ain't famous. You're nobody. We're the ones making the world go round. It's us, guys, the common folk. We have the power. I keep telling you guys this. We have the power. They don't have the power. These ex-NBA players, Gilbert Arenas, all these clowns out here, they don't have the power, guys. We have the power. The fans, the true basketball fans, we have the power over these fools. We say who's in the GOAT debate, who's not. We say who the all-time greats are, who aren't. It don't matter what these ex-NBA players say. It don't matter, guys, because they have shown themselves to not hold the integrity. not hold any kind of standard, and a lot of those guys don't respect the history of the NBA. The true basketball fans respect the history of the game. This is what we're always talking about, guys. We're giving the other eras their props, and we're putting respect on these guys' names. We're putting context and perspective here. We're setting the record straight. JJ Redick ain't never set the record straight. He makes up narratives. He makes up lies. He tries to bend reality and rewrite the NBA's history because he don't know the NBA's history. We've exposed that clown many, many times out here on YouTube. But yet still, he continues to talk down on people. He continues to make up these stories. And once again, they're trying to give JJ Redick a bunch of excuses for this upcoming season. Oh, he's a new head coach. Yeah, whose fault is that? That's LeBron James' fault, ain't it? Then LeBron James want JJ Redick there? This is part of the circus that we're talking about. This is part of the media, part of the LeBron James circus, man. He goes to a team and he handcuffs the team. Makes you trade all your assets, sign free agents, right? Get rid of your coaches, and then now bring in a coach with no experience. And once again, now they're going to try to give the excuses for LeBron James. Built an excuse now, I told you. From the beginning of the season, they're going to either blame JJ Redick or they're going to blame the other players on the team. Hell, they might even blame Bronny James. He won't even be on the team. They'll still blame him. Because Brian James in the G League. It's their fault. That's why. They'll blame the new rookie Connect. Right? They'll blame anyone. It's good. Everyone else is going to get blamed, but not LeBron James. And that's part of the reason why JJ Redick is there. To be the yes man for LeBron James. Right? Not push back on anything. And once again, to be a fall man in case they need a fall guy. But at the same time, they're trying to tell us to give JJ Redick some slack. To give him a pass. It's not going to happen. We must keep the same energy. And like I said, I don't respect JJ Redick, so why would I do him any solids, any favors? We're going to hold that standard, and we're going to keep the same energy for JJ Redick, the same as we'll keep it for anybody else, right? They want to tear down this coach. They want to tear down that coach. Oh, this coach ain't this coach ain't that. How come these other coaches got a chance to coach? How come Sam Cassell ain't get a chance to coach? Where's Mark Jackson at? Where's Steve Nash? JJ Redick has a coaching opportunity with no experience. Remember, though, guys, JJ Redick is a dirtbag, a condescending guy who, like I said, talks down to everyone, turns his nose up to everyone else who's not him, who's not an elitist. And like I said, when it comes to basketball, when you hear him speak on ESPN or you listen to him speak on his podcast, the three, I don't know, something in the three, it was called, I think it was. And then you had him with LeBron James on the Mind the Game podcast. When you listen to JJ Redick speak, once again, everything that he talks about is a narrative and a lie. He'll talk down on the 80s and the 90s, some of these other eras. He has no idea what he's saying. I'm telling you right now, we have exposed this guy so many times. I've seen other channels expose him, and we have exposed him many, many times out here on YouTube. And yet still, you still have this guy come out here saying these things, still talking down to the common folks, still acting like he knows more than everybody else. That's why I loved when Bob Cousy came out. That's why I loved when Jerry West came out and shut that fool down and let him know, dude, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And who are you? You're nobody. Literally, he was no one. Nobody. And that nobody now is coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James. And the excuses are going to start from the beginning, guys. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts here. JJ Redick, he's not going to get any passes here, man. There's no passes here. We're going to keep the same energy, right? They're going to have expectations. And I don't want to hear no excuses. There's no excuse for JJ Redick, man. Like I say, he's a piece of garbage individual. He's not a good human being, right? He has no coaching experience. He wasn't even a good player. He was known for his shooting. That's what he was known for, guys, shooting. That's it. You remember, I believe JJ Redick was part of that team that was up 3-1 against the Houston Rockets, and they lost a 3-1 lead. I remember that Los Angeles Clippers team that blew a 3-1 lead with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, I think, and DeAndre Jordan. JJ Redick was on that team. They blew a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets, to James Harden's Houston Rockets. Oh, man, that's JJ Redick, guys, in a nutshell. So no excuse, JJ Redick. We're going to be on you this year, JJ Redick. We're going to be watching you, JJ Redick. And every move that you make, man, we're going to be on it. You want to run your mouth, man. You want to talk down on the common folks and look down on people and talk about we ain't this, we ain't that. The NBA in the past wasn't this. The NBA in the past wasn't that. All right, we got you, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.